Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining. A couple minutes to let people trickle in. I'm excited for our session today. Feel free to drop a link to your beauty brand in the chat. We always love to see who's joining us, or maybe where you're joining from. That's always fun too. Cool. Let's get started. So today we're going to dive into post-peak retention to help your beauty brand glow beyond the holidays. So again, drop a link to your beauty brand in the chat so we can see who's here. And then we're going to talk through why post-peak retention matters, tips to convert one-time purchases into lasting loyalty, and then real-world examples with actionable takeaways. So we know the holiday season brings a surge of new customers, but the real challenge is keeping them engaged after the last gift is unwrapped. So today we're going to explore how fulfillment, personalization, and post-purchase experiences can help your brand grow well into the new year beyond peak season. We have an amazing lineup of experts today from Kustomer, Triple Whale, Brightpearl, Open Border, and Linnworks. So they'll all have some good tips to share and actionable strategies to drive retention and maximize lifetime value. But starting off, again, welcome to Beauty Unpacked, episode 2. I'm Krista. I'm a partner team lead at ShipBob, and I'm excited to be here. So thanks again for joining. I'm going to dive into how fulfillment, personalization, and post-purchase experiences can drive loyalty year-round. And for starters, if you're new to ShipBob, we're a global fulfillment platform trusted by thousands of brands, from emerging beauty startups to household names like Touchland and Barefaced, which we'll talk about a little today. But we offer a full stack fulfillment platform with over 100 integrations to retailers, over 60 fulfillment centers across the US, Canada, Europe, and Australia. And we also offer the flexibility to use our warehouse management software in your own facilities, or to outsource fulfillment entirely to us to handle the pick, pack, and ship. Our platform gives you a single view of your business across all sales channels, helping you manage inventory, orders, and shipments with real-time analytics. So a few ways that makes ShipBob's solution different and how we kind of stand out in the space. We are a full ecosystem connectivity to accelerate sales and streamline data. So a study run by the Harvard Business Review found that 73% of beauty shoppers use multiple channels during their shopping journey. So beauty brands thrive on omni-channel, whether that's D2C websites to marketplaces, social platforms, and retail. ShipBob makes it easy to fulfill retail dropshipping and distribution orders with automated EDI for all major retailers. So you can reach your customers wherever they're shopping while accessing real-time visibility and control across sales channels. We also have perfect order orchestration to execute inventory and orders at scale. So subscription models are critical growth drivers for beauty brands, and fueling predictable recurring revenue and maximizing customer lifetime value. It's super important. So ShipBob subscription fulfillment puts your recurring orders on autopilot, ensuring each one is picked, packed, and delivered on time. And our end-to-end solution supports orders from major e-commerce platforms like Shopify and custom packaging and bundles to leave a long-lasting impression for those first-time shoppers. And then we have an integrated network from inbound to warehousing and delivery. So with our deep carrier partnerships and variety of shipping options, you can ensure every subscription order, starting with the first, arrives as quickly as your customers expect it to. So this ecosystem just ensures that your brand delivers a consistent experience across every touch point. And with over 200 million orders fulfilled and 24/7 operations, we help brands scale without compromising quality, which is especially impactful for retention after peak season. So we also understand that beauty brands have unique needs from compliance to customization and customer retention. So because of that, ShipBob supports a few different things of these beauty brands like yourself. So hazmat and GMP certification, end-to-end lot control and expiration tracking, efficient subscription fulfillment via recharge or order groove, plus batch packing for like orders to maximize faster and cheaper fulfillment to grow customer lifetime value. Also, customization, which I touched on briefly, but gift notes, loyalty focus inserts, and kitting to boost average order value. Omni-channel at scale, so you can reach your customers everywhere that they're shopping. And then resources to build a connected tech stack to make sure everything from your ERP to your returns provider is automatically connected. I wanted to quickly highlight this quote from Dossier's CEO. So ShipBob saves us a lot of time by saving us a lot of headaches. So by offloading logistics to us, they're able to focus on what they do best, which is growing their brand, and they don't have to focus on the fulfillment piece of things. Let's take a closer look at how all of this actually works. So our multi-site strategy places inventory near your customers, so near your demand, which reduces shipping times and costs. We use AI for smart inventory placement, meaning you can ditch your manual spreadsheets and rely on automation and data. Regional hubs for carrier density, so you can benefit from our relationships with all major carriers. Real-time rate shopping and zone skipping to keep fulfillment costs down and improve transit time. So all of this means faster delivery and lower costs, which is especially critical to build trust with your new peak season shoppers. So for example, let's say a first time a customer discovers your brand is through TikTok. Maybe an influencer was showing your product, and this is just before the holidays. They place an order for a gift set for their sister and pay a premium for shipping, expecting it to arrive in time for Christmas, but the order ships late. It arrives after the holidays, and because of that, you've lost a customer. So that one order becomes the reason that they never come back. And with ShipBob, we have helped brands actually extend their peak season sales up to December 20th. Still staying confident that the order will arrive in time with cost-effective ground shipping, so you never have to worry about losing a customer due to slow shipping or not delivering on those shipping promises. And inventory execution is really important during the holidays. It's key for fast-moving beauty SKUs. This is especially important during peak season and immediately after, when stockouts can cost you repeat customers. So ShipBob's platform allows you smart placement recommendations to reduce shipping costs and increase delivery speeds, sell-through and slow-moving analytics to optimize efficiency and prevent stockouts, custom replenishment alerts based on manufacturing lead time and inventory coverage preferences, so how much inventory you want in each location. And you can send one bulk inbound shipment, and we distribute it using, again, data across our network to get it closer to those customers and reduce shipping times and costs. And I want to touch on subscriptions again. So they're not only a powerful revenue driver in beauty, but it's a retention tool. So ShipBob automates recurring orders, supports custom packaging, and integrates directly with leading platforms like Recharge and Order Groove. Our carrier partnerships ensure timely delivery, helping you build loyalty and maximize lifetime value. And wanted to share another quote from one of our other beauty customers, Barefaced, one of my favorites. And they said, ShipBob processes our recurring orders at midnight on the day they're due to reoccur. So by the time we're logging on in the morning, those subscription orders have already been packed and fulfilled. This process is totally automated. We don't have to do anything. So it takes that off their plate, and they're still confident that their customers will get their orders in time. And they leverage the power of ShipBob's efficiency and scale to offer their predictable, high-quality shopping experience with every order throughout their customer subscription journey. And post-purchase is where loyalty is built after, your order is placed. That time period between then and actually getting the order in the mail is very sensitive. And so you want to delight your customers with branded packaging, gift notes, and marketing inserts. Our automation tools let you personalize influencer and subscription orders effortlessly. And with 2-day shipping across the US and real-time tracking, you can exceed expectations and just build lasting brand trust with these new customers. So we have partnerships with leaders like Aftership and Klaviyo, Attentive as well, to send real-time alerts and updates about every step of the journey post-purchase, so your customers are never left wondering where their order is. And these touches turn one-time buyers into loyal fans and help build lasting brand equity. So to wrap things up, let's look at a case study with Clearstem. So Clearstem was facing viral spikes and growing demand from both direct-to-consumer and B2B channels like Neiman Marcus, Erewhon, and over 2,000 clinics and spas. And so ShipBob helped by them leveraging our inventory placement program to, again, get those orders closer to the end consumer. Automated subscriptions and returns with integrations like Shopify and Loop Returns. They scaled from 1,000 to 50,000 shipments a month while maintaining a 2-person operations team. So they really relied on ShipBob for a lot. And then receiving strategic logistics planning to prepare for holiday surges and maintain service levels. So their ability to deliver quickly and consistently, even during peak periods, helped them build trust with first-time buyers and B2B partners. So the streamlined operations enabled them to focus on customer experience, driving repeat purchases, and long-term loyalty. And that is all I have. I know that was a lot. I tried to fit it all in 10 minutes, but thank you for listening to my presentation. We do have some fun offers for new ShipBob merchants, which is $1,000 in free shipping credits, 90% off implementation, and then 3 months of branded truck wrap. So for brand shipping over 7,000 orders a month, we offer a branded truck wrap, so you can have a truck driving around with your brand on it, which is always a fun little way to get your name out there. And I think it is time for me to pass it over to Sarah. Let me stop sharing my screen. And I think Sarah will be joining us on stage. Let's give her a minute. Here she is. I see her slides coming up. All right. Welcome, Sarah.
Awesome. Thanks, Krista. Hello, everyone. I'm Sarah. I'm on the product marketing team here at Inventory Planner by Sage. And I'm excited to be here today chatting about this topic because we work with beauty and wellness brands every day who are facing the exact same challenges that you are right now, prepping for that surge of holiday demand, while also wondering, how do we keep these customers around in January and beyond? So today I'll walk through some strategies and share a customer story that shows how smart inventory planning can really drive loyalty and growth. All right, so let's start with the challenge. The holidays bring an incredible opportunity, traffic spikes, sales surges, new customers that can discover your brand. But here's the reality. In beauty, only about 1 in 4 buyers ever comes back to your brand. That means that 75% of the customers that you fought so hard to win during peak are one and done. And yet the ones who do come back, those are gold. Repeat buyers spend 30% more after 6 months and nearly 45% more after 3 years with your brand. That's why when you plan for peak, it isn't just about December. It's about whether those customers are still with you in March, June, through to the next holiday season. The other piece is operational. Beauty has some unique complexities, as you all know way too well. SKU variety, shades, sizes, seasonal kits. It's very easy to over or underbuy. Trend volatility, one viral TikTok, as we all know, can sell you out overnight, but if that trend fizzles out just as fast, you're now left with tons of shelves of unsold stock. returns across e-commerce. Holiday returns rates are around 17% online versus 10% in store. And in beauty, we know that a lot of those products can't be resold for hygiene reasons, obviously. So the challenge is two-sided. It's about how you hold on to those customers that you acquire and how you manage the inventory so that you're not either losing sales from stockouts or giving away margin on overstocks. That's the backdrop for everything that we'll cover today. So let's shift into how to actually prepare for the holiday surge. The truth is, most inventory headaches from peak don't come from the December decisions that you're making. They come from what you did or didn't do in the months leading up to it. That's why forecasting is so critical. And I don't mean just looking at last year's numbers and hoping for the best and relying on your gut feeling. Smarter forecasting means pulling together your sales history, spotting those seasonal patterns, and layering on your growth trends to really understand what demand is likely to look like. A couple of areas to zero in on: your hero products. In beauty, these might be shades, serums, kits that constantly drive the majority of your revenue. If you're out of stock of even one of these, your conversion rate can tank. And worse, you risk disappointing those first-time buyers who may never come back. Your first mile. It's not glamorous, but it matters. If you wait too long to issue purchase orders, you might end up paying double to rush inventory by freight, or worse, you'll miss the sales window altogether. Brands that build in that buffer time protect both margins and customer experience. And lastly, bundling. Peak is when bundling really shines. Instead of discounting those slower moving SKUs in January, you can proactively bundle them with your best sellers and holiday gift sets. Customers get more value, you lift your average order value, and your warehouse isn't left holding excess stock come January. In short, smarter forecasting isn't about predicting the future perfectly. We know that there is no crystal ball, unfortunately. It's about giving yourself enough clarity to make better decisions today that keep you in stock, profitable, and ready for whatever peak might throw your way. Now let's dig into what really determines success beyond the holidays, whether those are new shoppers or your existing customer base. The reality is that beauty brands see a big spike in December, but by January, a lot of those customers vanish. And that's not always because your marketing isn't working. It often comes down to your inventory. So here's why. If you're promoting products that aren't actually available, you're breaking trust. Customers click through an ad or an email, and if it's out of stock, they're less likely to try again. And even worse, we've all had that situation as a consumer where you do buy something, you get that confirmation email just to get an email shortly after that it can't be fulfilled. So these are all issues in the back office that lead to a poor experience. If you're over ordering, you're stuck clearing stock with deep discounts. That may shift inventory in the short term, but it also conditions your buyers to wait until prices drop, hurting margins and loyalty. If you're not aligning with real replenishment cycles, you're missing natural opportunities to re-engage with your customers. In beauty, that could be a serum that maybe runs out around every 30 days or a mascara that needs replenishing every 60 to 90 days. When you plan those flows into your buying decisions, you can build marketing campaigns that land at exactly the right time, making it easy for customers to reorder. And if you're building subscriptions, accuracy is everything. I know Krista touched on this. Forecasting recurring demand separately from those ad hoc sales ensures that you never disappoint your most loyal subscribers. One missed shipment can break the habit, and loyalty is what builds those habits. So when we think about retention, it's not just a marketing challenge, it's an inventory challenge too. The brands that keep customers long after peak are the ones that consistently deliver on product availability, time their reorders around customer use cycles, and build reliability into their operations. That consistency is what will turn those one-time holiday shoppers into someone that stays with you for years. And this is exactly what one of our customers, Bauer Collective, has mastered. For those who aren't familiar with them, Bauer is a UK-based refill brand in the health and beauty space. Their whole business is built on sustainability, so reusable dispensers, refill pouches, and subscription models that keep customers stocked with eco-friendly products for their homes and bodies. That model sounds amazing for the consumer, but operationally, it is complex. They're managing bundles, subscription cycles, and wholesale orders all at once. Before Inventory Planner, they were spending hours trying to make sense of spreadsheets, never really sure if they had too much or too little stock coming in. With Inventory Planner, Bauer saw a 20% boost in stock turn, which means they were moving products faster, not tying up cash in shelves of unused inventory. And they were also able to cut their planning time by 30%, freeing the team up to focus on growth initiatives instead of number crunching. The real impact was that their subscribers get the products they need when they need them without disruption. That reliability builds trust, and trust is what keeps their customers coming back. So when we talk about inventory planning driving loyalty, Bauer is really a perfect example. Smarter planning didn't just make their operations team more efficient, it directly supported their mission, their brand promise, and ultimately their customer lifetime value. So what happens once the holidays are over? For many brands, January feels like a falling off of a cliff experience. Sales slow down, excess inventory piles up, and suddenly the focus shifts from growth to damage control. But it does not have to be that way. The smartest brands treat January as an opportunity to reset and refocus. Here are a few things that can make a difference. Eliminate back orders. When you've just won new customers in December, the worst thing you can do is make them wait weeks for a product in January, especially when we know a lot of people are ordering for specific timelines. So reliability is a real loyalty driver here. Audit your post-peak data. Not all products perform equally. Look at what SKUs over-delivered, which ones lagged, and make proactive calls. Double down on your winners and quietly retire or discount the losers. Reduce waste. This is a big one in beauty because of expiration dates. Excess stock isn't just costly, but it's also risky for your brand reputation if you end up with short-dated products. Smarter planning keeps your assortment fresh and your margin friendly. And lastly, free up cash. It's easier said than done, but every dollar tied up in dead stock is a dollar that you can't put towards research and development, maybe a new influencer campaign or a loyalty program. So lean out your inventory resources to reinvest in what actually drives customer retention. So instead of seeing January as a slump, it's a chance to build momentum with the right planning. You're not just clearing up after peak, you're setting the stage for long-term growth. So we know peak season is one of the most challenging and high-stake times of the year. The reality is that even some of the best-run operations can still struggle to keep forecasting, purchasing, and marketing in sync. And that is exactly why Inventory Planner exists. We're a demand planning and forecasting tool built for e-commerce and multi-channel retail, helping merchants have the right stock at the right location at the right time by forecasting with accuracy, automating your purchasing, and confidently planning campaigns around what's actually available to sell. So if inventory planning is a priority of yours for the next year, or if inventory planning has ever felt like guesswork to you, we are here to help. Feel free to scan the QR code on the screen to take advantage of our offer, and we'll also be sending the link around post-webinar. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Sarah. That was great. Some great tips and continued on my emphasis on inventory planning going into peak. So I know there is one question in the chat, if you can answer that online, because we do have to move on to our next speaker, but thank you so much.
Thanks.
Now we will bring on Erin from Triple Whale. Let's give her a minute to get on stage. There she is. Erin, I'm excited to hear all about Triple Whale. I will pass it off to you.
Awesome, thank you. And hello to everyone. Thanks, Krista, for the intro. So as Krista mentioned, my name is Erin Watt, and I am one of the tech partner managers here at Triple Whale. And this session is all about helping you build your own BFCM playbook, because whether you're tuning in from the Southern Hemisphere and you're heading to spring, or you're coming from the Northern Hemisphere and approaching fall, we are all gearing up for the same thing, the biggest shopping season of the year. So today we will be diving into the data and also the strategies that can help your beauty and wellness brand not just capture the holiday rush, but also keep customers engaged well beyond it. Okay, so more specifically, we will just quickly cover who is Triple Whale. We'll also talk about some of the challenges from 2024 and also the new reality of 2025, how to plan for BFCM, some platform strategies. We'll also look at AI and the use cases for the holiday season. And then we'll also just quickly wrap up with a special offer from Triple Whale. Okay, but before we dive into those topics, let's answer a question that you may already be asking. Who is Triple Whale? So Today's brands are drowning in data, but they're starving for insights. And that is really where we come in. So we are the e-commerce intelligence platform built for faster, more confident decisions. So most analytic tools are going to tell you what happened. TripWell takes it the next step further. So we show you why it happened, but more importantly, what to do next. And that is going to be the biggest difference between raw data and actual intelligence. And today, TripWell is proudly the source of truth for over 40,000 innovative brands. And that's going to include Peloton, Culture Kings, Meshki, Bye Bye Baby. And we also work with over 2,000 trusted agency partners and integrate with over 65 tools, including major ad channels and platforms. So think Shopify, BigCommerce, Google, Meta, as well as growth tools like our friends ShipBob and Klaviyo. Okay, so for today's session, we have insights coming from two really comprehensive data sources. So our first is going to be our 2025 Health and Beauty Advertising Benchmark Report, which analyzed over 3,000 brands that collectively spent over $2.4 billion on ads. And then the next will be our Ultimate BFCM 2025 Prep Guide. We actually just launched this one last week, drawing on data from over 10,000 businesses. And I will share these links afterwards if you're interested. All right, so let's start with some of the challenges that we saw in 2024. So health and beauty brands faced a perfect storm. The cost to convert customers rose by 18%. It cost 5% more just to get ads in front of people. And despite higher spending, return on investment dropped by 32%. So simply put, brands were paying more and getting less in return. However, BFCM 2024 revealed something critical. Despite these rising costs, nearly 60% of BFCM revenue still came from new customers, proving that buyer intent peaks during the holidays. Meta continued dominating ad spend, while TikTok matured, showing gains in both ROAS as well as AOV. Now, when we look at the first half of 2025, it showed us the problems from 2024 unfortunately didn't go away. So brands increased ad spending by 27%, but revenue only grew by 20%. And that gap is going to really signal the competition is intensifying. New customers revenue dropped by 58%, from 58% to 52%, and that just means that it's getting much, much harder to find fresh and new customers. And when you just thought it couldn't get any more challenging, Meta threw us a curveball in the early half of 2025. So if you haven't heard, Meta is now limiting what health and wellness brands can track and optimize for. So no more direct purchasing tracking or even building audiences based on who bought your products. So your new reality, you can't optimize ads for sales anymore. You must focus on early funnel actions. So think like website visits. Also, targeting must be broader and less precise. So let's look at all that we just talked about. We have fiercer competition, we got some diluted strategies, and we also have restricted tools. This is why BFCM 2025 does demand a completely different playbook. So how do we plan for this new landscape? Okay, so the first step is to recognize that industry-specific strategies are no longer optional. They are going to be essential. So what works for health and beauty is not going to work for apparel. The best brands will tailor their tactics to their verticals and those unique shopping habits, as well as balancing some historical benchmarks as well as real-time data. So when we think about beauty and wellness, there are several strategies that you can take, and we've heard from both Sarah and Krista, a few from their sessions as well too, but there are going to be some key approaches that stand out that could be really effective for both driving acquisition as well as retention. So the first is going to be an omni-channel integration. You have to remember, your customers don't care about channels, they care about the experience. And today's customer really does expect a seamless experience across every touch point. So the shopper that's going to research online is going to try the product on store, and then they're going to also complete a purchase either through your app or also your online website. So it is going to also be, those are going to be your most valuable customers that you want to keep attention on. The next is going to be a mobile app exclusion. So mobile apps are really going to be your secret weapon this season. So while everyone else is paying more and more for those ads, push notifications are completely free. Plus, when someone downloads your app, that's a direct line to them that you own forever. And then, of course, video commerce. So remember that beauty and wellness is all about seeing and experiencing. So videos, tutorials, live demos. This content doesn't just work during the big holiday season. It's also going to work all year round. All right, now let's jump into some platform strategies, what's going to be really important, especially with all the changes that we've been talking about. Okay, so first is Meta, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. In the first half of 2025, we've already seen that costs have gone up by 23%, and when Black Friday hits, that's going to triple. So we can't just throw money at the platform anymore. We need to be really targeted. Now, if there's going to be one thing to invest, one strategy to look into, I would suggest looking into RFM segmentation. So RFM stands for Recency, Frequency, and Monetary Value. So RFM will segment your customers using first-party data, which Meta still allows. Instead of relying on Meta's restricted purchase events, you can create audiences based on actual buying behavior, tracked through tools like, let's just say, Triple Whale. So the big power move here is that you're going to upload your RFM segments directly into Meta as custom audiences. So your champions, so the ones that are recent, frequent, and high spenders will get a retention campaign. Your at-risk customers will get win-back offers, and your new customers will get welcome sequences. This matters because Meta can't restrict audiences you build from your own customer list. Plus, your best customers generate 5 to 10 times more revenue, and RFM helps you identify them and target them without needing Meta's conversion tracking. Now, if you want to get really sophisticated, tools like Triple Whale Sonar can actually track what people are doing on your site in real time. So if someone's checking shipment cost, you can offer them free shipping right there and then. If someone's comparing products, show them reviews from similar customers. It's about responding to what they need when they need it. All right, let's take a quick look at Google. So unfortunately, returns are down, costs are up by 18%. So most people will see that and they run away. But here's what they're missing. Google isn't for finding new customers anymore. It's for closing the deal with people who are already ready to buy right now. So think of it as your conversion machine, not your discovery engine anymore. And this is where now we can use our RFM intelligence in our campaigns, and we can make them really shine in Google. So once we talked about RFM shows you who spends the most, how often, and how recently. Now, when you pair that with Google's customer match, you're going to unlock laser-focused campaigns that will boost loyalty and ROI. So for example, once you upload that champion list that you got from your RFM, you will then instantly target high-value customers across search, YouTube, and Gmail. Then you're able to tailor messages to each RFM segment, delivering the right message to the right customer at the right time, and this will just maximize your impact. And finally, TikTok. So here's a plot twist. While every other platform is struggling, TikTok is going to be our outlier. So clicks are up 70%, costs are actually going down, and people are spending 10% more per order. Now, how are we going to shine on TikTok? Well, TikTok's algorithm, they reward authenticity, not polished ads. So you really want to turn your customers into creators through UGC campaigns, hashtag challenges, and then you want to amplify the best content with one of their features called Spark Ads. So Spark Ads will boost organic posts while keeping comments, likes, and creator attribution intact. So this isn't just advertising, you're building a community, and real content like this will perform 3 times better than polished ads because it doesn't feel like an ad at all. All right, so let's put this all together. So we're now using RFM segmentation to work smarter on Meta. You're using Google as your conversion machine for ready buyers. And then TikTok is all about building that real community that creates content for you. But here's the thing. How are we going to manage all of this during the chaos of Black Friday? It's nearly impossible to do manually. And that's exactly why we built Moby AI at Triple Whale. So think of Moby as your marketing co-pilot who never sleeps. So for Meta, it automatically identifies your customer segments and tells you exactly how to reach them. For Google, it will find your champions and builds those valuable lookalikes list instantly. And then for TikTok, it's going to watch what content is working and tells you what to do and make more of. And then during Black Friday itself, instead of digging through spreadsheets at midnight, you can just ask Moby, hey Moby, how did week 2 perform last year? Or what budget do I need to hit my revenue goal? And the best part, you'll get those answers in seconds, not hours. So the bottom line, Black Friday 2025 isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter. Okay, so now I'm sure some of you are thinking the AI sounds amazing, but how do I actually get started? So the reality is AI can only be as powerful as the data foundation it works with. So before AI can actually drive action, you need a solid foundation. And that is why we are offering you a free dashboard to get started. So you can't optimize what you don't measure, and our dashboard will give you the foundation for making those data-driven decisions during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and beyond with no strings attached. So if you would like to try TripOil for free, I will share the link in the chat. I will also share our complete BFCM guide with all the data and tactics that we covered today. Plus, it will offer you also a BFCM checklist to help you execute everything that we discussed. So, and if there is any questions, I will stay back to answer them in the chat. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Erin. That was great. I am a huge fan of Moby and all that it's doing for brands going into Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and beyond. So thanks so much. We have our next speaker coming up, Karina from Kustomer. So I will let her join the stage and she'll share her screen, but feel free to put your questions in the chat for Erin so she can get to them while Karina starts her presentation. I will pass it off to you, Karina.
Thank you, Krista. Amazing. Appreciate it. I'm absolutely loving all of this content already. I think, especially as we get into this busy, crazy season, it's always just so fun hearing different perspectives. And so I'll share a little bit of mine. So I'll go on and share how we can really turn surviving into thriving during all this holiday rush and beyond. Because we know, especially from a customer support and just experience perspective, there's a lot that we can do. So for everyone that doesn't know me, my name is Karina Shaheen. I lead technology partnerships at Kustomer. For those who aren't familiar with Kustomer, we are an AI native customer service platform designed to revolutionize how businesses deliver customer experience. I've been in the e-commerce space for over 5 years now, and I'm always really interested in learning everyone's different processes through these very high traffic times. But even more importantly, just how you keep all of that high traffic continuing all year long. I'm also a very avid shopper and consumer myself. So I think it's fun putting on that consumer lens, but also sharing my feedback from just industry insights that I've learned from experts that are listening in and that are on this webinar with us today. So we can be very real here. We know that holidays are both magical, but it's absolutely chaotic at the same time. And specifically when it comes to support, we know that customer inquiries jump, expectations climb, we want so much more, and your team is under a lot of pressure to deliver speed and personalization. We see this feedback across the board when it comes to the busy season. And I'm sure we've all felt it from both sides, like from the consumer side when we're actually shopping for our own families and friends, but also from this industry and what we actually experience. So we know that clients are reaching out more than ever on various channels, every single channel they can possibly get their hands on. Our expectations too are getting a lot higher, especially on like response times. We expect guidance too on items that we want or what would be the best fit for us and things like that. And we do want to feel seen and heard with a lot of personalization. We're shopping at so many different stores now that I think it's really important that you make every single client feel special, but we know that that's very difficult to do. So honestly, how can we do it all? I think it's just getting more difficult overall to please our shoppers and to keep them coming back time and time again. And I think it's something that we all relate to more in general. But I'd love to hear from some of you. Drop it in the chat. What was your biggest holiday support challenge that you faced last year? This can be from a work experience or even just from your own personal experience. And I think for me, my biggest challenge last year was actually not getting a response time to quick enough to an issue that I had. And that just really, left a sour taste in my mouth, unfortunately, but it's not something that can't be solved. So here is the big question. How can brands not only survive this holiday rush, but turn it into meaningful, long-lasting customer relationships? This is where customer support plays a huge role and where customer with a K can step in. So first, like I mentioned before, think of Kustomer as an AI native, all-in-one customer service platform. We're bringing together omni-channel messaging, CRM, automation, and deep customer context all under one roof. We're designed to handle volume, not just to handle volume, but to also, elevate every single interaction. We're an all-in-one platform with actionable data and with AI-driven efficiency, but I'll break it down a little bit more into 3 different pillars. So what does it mean to be an all-in-one platform? Well, think of omni-channel messaging and a unified timeline. I like to relate it sometimes to your Facebook timeline or your old MySpace bulletin board, but all customer interactions, email, chat, social media, SMS, voice, those are all consolidated into a clear chronological timeline. So your support agent will see everything that they need from purchase history, past chats, preferences, all that good stuff in one single view. So there's no more, please remind me, because the system, customer, already knows everything that it needs to know. We are a CRM first mindset, not a ticketing solution, but really a platform centered around the customer story. And this is really, really helpful when you're trying to build that client loyalty as you're going through these really high traffic times like the holiday season that you can't give everyone your 100%. So when it comes to delivering incredible customer service this holiday season, it really is all about the data that you have and how you take action on it. Kustomer empowers businesses to truly know their clients. Because of our CRM type platform, we're pulling in everything that you need to know about your client. And you can see that on the slide here. So you might have their name and their email, historical purchase, but you also have their loyalty status, if they're engaged or not, when the last time they shopped was, if they made a return, if their return was already processed, if they got refunded, how many returns they've made, how many more packages they have getting delivered. And all of this is just in one single platform and in that timeline view. You can also create custom workflows to automate a lot of manual tasks like ticket assignments, SLA escalations, follow-ups, and just orchestration across the different systems, all aligning with your team's operational flow. Kustomer's platform also supports proactive service, which monitor behavior or order status, and it can initiate personalized outreach before customers even ask for it. And this is crucial for all of those high traffic Black Friday, Cyber Monday times, truly because you can get ahead of any issue that there might be before your consumer even reaches out. And this is just really great at creating that trust and loyalty. And then there's our AI. So customer AI agents are embedded across our entire platform. They're proactively automating up to 40% of routine interactions. They're doing this through self-service, intelligent routing, suggested responses, and then just overall freeing up time for your agents to really focus on more nuanced issues or giving more empathy to VIP clients or ones with larger issues that really need that time and focus. We also have our AI Agent Studio, which empowers you to build and configure AI assistants, which is really amazing. So whether this is for customers or reps, it's really tailoring their tone, their tasks, and then integrations into our knowledge-based articles or workflows. And then Customer AI. So Customer AI Voice introduces native AI-powered voice support, meaning real human-like voice conversations without third-party tools. That's a really seamless channel to use, and it's just very, very helpful during these high traffic times. So now you know a little bit more about Kustomer, just the very high-level version of it, but back to our main topic of really making sure that for this holiday season, we're helping brands and how are we making you stand out and really curating these relationships long afterwards. But we see that right now, a lot of purchases, they'll first start off by being discovery driven. So maybe we're getting items off of social media or we see someone post about something and we just want to know more about it. I know I'm crazy like that right now. Or even getting gifts from friends for White Elephant. But returns and exchanges are becoming really personal with those, obviously. So maybe someone gave me a gift where a shade doesn't perfectly match me. I have to return it, and then maybe I won't buy it again. There's also post-purchase anxiety that's happening a lot, and this is when it spikes big time. Where is my order? Is it going to arrive in time? I did order it late, and now I have a holiday party coming up this weekend. What am I going to do? So you're already getting a lot of outreach to support with a lot of these questions, but this is, I think, where leveraging AI to help with some of those easier questions come in handy, and just ensures that your agents have time to spend on some of those harder issues. And then when it comes through scaling through the holidays and beyond, we can break it down in those same pillars. So omni-channel inbox and automation. This is going to reduce agents' load while keeping replies very, very personal. AI-powered self-service chatbots, suggested responses, that's going to deliver fast resolutions and deflect a lot of those repetitive requests. So this is really crucial for Wizmo type of questions that you can respond to quickly and efficiently. Even though these questions are on the easier side to answer, like where is my order? I want an update on it. If you don't answer them in a timely manner, you're going to frustrate your clients and they may not come back again. Like I said earlier, our expectations are so high right now. You really have to win your clients over right away. And then overall, your unified customer context. So that really means that agents aren't repeating the same questions. They're going to respond with a full understanding of the consumer and who they are. No one gets more annoyed than a Black Friday, Cyber Monday shopper that is reaching out to support and they're getting asked the same question over and over again. So truly all of this will only help to create meaningful and easy customer experiences for the consumer this holiday season, helping them make their decision a lot easier to just keep purchasing on and on, which is what we want them to do. And I really wanted to highlight a client of ours, Everlane. Yes, they're an apparel brand, but they had some really great success over the holidays and then continuing on. So they struggled with scalability, complex maintenance, and limited personalization, which completely impeded the tailored experience for their clients that they wanted to give. A lot of the same issues we face all the time across every single brand, which completely affect repeat and loyal clients. So they brought in Kustomer, which allowed them to get that full 360-degree view of insights of their clients in that timeline. They have all of their data that they need, all of that omni-channel support, the AI capabilities, and so much more, resulting in 4x increase in deflections from using Kustomer AI, as well as a 25% increase in agent hours saved just from using the Kustomer platform. Now your team is spending time where they actually need to, and you just have more opportunity and reduced costs too, to focus on the things that are more important. So now with all of this, we know that during and beyond the holidays, there's a few things that are crucial to pay attention to. Every single interaction enriches the customer profile within Kustomer's platform, letting you really personalize that post-holiday experience. And with consistency across all channels, social, chat, email, phone, you really do turn seasonal shoppers into loyal customers who feel seen and heard. So if you focus on data-driven retention, omni-channel consistency, customer loyalty, and trust, you're really truly building long-lasting clients that want to come back time and time again, just like Everlane and all of our other clients. But in summary, holidays don't have to be stressful. We can help out with a lot of that. We want you to deliver fast, personalized, and human-like experiences. And hopefully you all have a great and successful Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
Thank you so much, Karina. Super important. I know nothing is worse than ordering something and not getting an email or knowing where it is. So really, really important in preparation for peak season. Thanks so much. If you guys have any questions for Karina, feel free to throw them in the chat and she will get to them. And we have 2 more presentations left, so definitely stick around. Next up, we have Mady from Linnworks. Mady like a lady, like she likes to say. So I will pass it off to you, Mady.
Hey, thanks so much, Krista. I appreciate you being here. Guys, I have not heard so many buzzwords in a day in my life recently. Between AI, the omni-channel, all these words that we throw out here as e-commerce, we have unlocked a lot today. So what I want to kind of talk about is the seasonal shopper, how you can unlock it and become a lifelong customer with your commerce ops. So Linnworks basically, my name is Mady. I'm with the partner managing team. Forgot they put this slide in there. So basically what I want to talk about is that Linnworks helps you with delivering that product. We recently did a study here that said that on some trends with consumers. And basically what we talked about with them is the fact that we want to be able to really dig in how the consumer shops. And what brands are trying to do is to stay ahead of the game. So I'm going to talk about a few of these. First, let's be hyper-personalization and augmented reality. Personally, when I go on a website, I like to be able to do the digital try-ons, seamless shopping experience. I want to know what it's going to feel, touch like. That's what they want. They want that level of personalization to be able to have that. Secondly, sustainability. I believe it was Sarah was talking about a brand that does a lot of sustainability. That's the sustainability and the transparency. Whether it's from shipping or whether it's from the product itself, they want to see that you have sustainability. 73% of Gen Z, this is very important to them, and they're more willing to pay more for that. Third, know your audience, where it's coming from. Social commerce, we talked about it. Erin highlighted it, all the different markets, TikTok, it's coming in strong. So you've got to know where you're shopping and how to get there. Today, nearly 7 in 10 shoppers have actually purchased directly through platforms like Instagram, TikTok. That's huge. I mean, they're buying straight from the thing. And what do you need to do? You need to make sure that inventory is correct, just like Sarah had said as well. And finally, omni-channel. Word we've said multiple times today. Finally, the expectations, beauty is no longer just online or an offline journey. It's hybrid. So a lot of our customers, basically, they want to be able to buy online and return in store or buy online, pick up in store. You've got to meet your customer where it is. So being able to be flexible, being able to have these multi-channel fulfillments and different things is really what's going to help you and set you above the rest of the people here. So there is a QR code here that you can scan to download our entire beauty book there about the beauty and wellness trends for 2025. So how do you take that beauty challenge after the holiday rush? How do you take that customer and turn them into it? Well, first of all, you need to make sure you have that product in stock. You want to make sure that you're not giving it away. You want to make sure that you have what they want. They hit that buy box, they pay you, they're getting what they want, and you're updating them. So you're taking that label, that shipping, and you're sending it back through them. So our system's going to be able to route all that for you. Then the seasonal spikes, you've got to take in count. So with Inventory Planner, you'll be able to manage those spikes, be able to look at the inventory from last year, and be able to kind of take that into place by using data from the Linnworks platform to be able to really incorporate everything in here. And then fulfillment expectations, we've said it time and time again. Every single one of us has brought up this topic of you've got to be able to fulfill. You've got to be able to get the product to them. We have high expectations from shipping, from being able to get it to us in a couple of days to knowing where it is. That is great. You also want to have a premium unboxing experience. That ShipBob does a great job with that. Got a product of a ShipBob client the other day and was really impressed with it. I will have to say that. And the sustainability pressure. Again, don't send my order from the West Coast if I'm on the East Coast. Being able to fulfill where you are, being able to lower those margins and things like that, and being eco-friendly, not just in the packaging, but using eco-friendly throughout every part of her process here. Now, how does Linnworks help with all of this? We can help with all of these. We're going to be able to centralize your inventory with real time. We have real-time syncs with all your different networks, such as Amazon, TikTok, Shein, Sephora, Amazon, everything. So when you're selling something, it's updated immediately. Then when you need to get everything automated, we're automating it at scale to be able to help the fulfillment. So like at my example before, I'm on the East Coast. Let's fill it from an East Coast website or an East Coast warehouse with ShipBob. Maybe my company has 2. They use ShipBob for East Coast, and then they use Linnworks and do self-fulfill for the West Coast. Our ability to be able to automate that and scale is what really keeps us apart and allows you to help get time back in your day so you're not having to pick through all those orders. And the returns, we have several integrations that allows a very easy returns process to be able to create it in there, even be able to allow you to purchase something else for more things. And that's very seamless flow in through everything. And then sustainability friendly, we've talked about this, being eco-friendly, really being able to get down on those times of the shipping times and all the way down to it, And then data-driven growth. We want to make sure that you have all the data at your fingertips so that you know what you're performing, what products are performing well in what channels, so that you can have the most ROI and be able to make smart decisions about your product, about your company, and be able to scale. And we want to be there to scale with you. So don't just take it for us. We just had a red label outlet. They scaled up to 700 plus daily orders just by automating a bunch of stuff with Linnworks. So that automation allows them to go faster and quicker and really be able to kind of get up and running. So let's take this a step deeper. How can we really help you with all of this? How can we enable you to grow? Our connected commerce ops allows you to expand. I've mentioned most of our partners on here that everybody has had, that we've all talked to. We sit in the center of this. Linnworks does. We allow you to manage your inventory, see your inventory everywhere, and manage everything across multiple different platforms, as well as the fulfillment networks. So when you hop in using one UI, you can connect with people such as ShipBob to see what inventory you have there, what orders are being fulfilled, how it's being sent out, when you need to give them more inventory, or if you're using multiple other different fulfillment methods, you can really be able to go through all of this. You can use your own fulfillment networks, your shipping, as all the way down to being able to connect with different other platforms and partners we have. Our goal here is to expand. We have multiple channels, multiple omni-channels, multiple platforms. We have over 100 plus platforms and marketplaces that we connect to natively that you can be able to do all the things such as listings as well as inventory updates. We want to automate for you, give you time back in your day. So on your day off on Labor Day, you weren't sitting there laboring at the computer. All that automation allowing you to get that time back. And then control. We want you to be able to manage everything. At the end of the day, it's your business. You need to have control, everyone. So what do we want to do? We want to say goodbye all those manual processes. Hello to that smart inventory, order management. Again, the words I'm going to preach: connect, automate, scale. You want to connect everything, automate it so that you can scale, so you can grow faster. You can get your business up and running and gain that one-time purchase, that somebody who purchased something from a peak season, you want to gain them as a loyal customer. So how does Linnworks and ShipBob work together? The bread and butter right here. So we're going to give you one single view of your stocks across all your channels. So when that order comes in, we're going to be able to send it to ShipBob to be able to fulfill. And we're going to be able to keep everything updated. We're going to be able to connect you to multiple marketplaces. Like I said, over 100 different marketplaces and platforms that we connect to. We have that bespoke shipping rules engine and automation that can help you fulfill faster, be able to process the orders all the way down, and then split your inventory across locations. So if you have something in one location and you don't have it in the other, you can go ahead and split it and send it from the two different ones. Again, that goes against our eco-friendly, but you're making a customer happy. You're making sure that they can get their products and they can get one faster than the other maybe. And then integrate shipping directly and ordering data in real time. So we're grabbing all that information and sending it right back to the customer. So you can see the little lines down at the bottom of the page where we're pushing information back and forth. So we're sending ShipBob those open orders, all the product creation, making sure everything's there. And then they're going to send us the inventory quantity, make sure we can have good insights into it, know exactly what we have, where we have it, and then they're going to send the processing tracking number. So ultimately, the customer is updated and knows where everything is and how we're getting started. So want to say a quick thank you for ShipBob for having us on here today. We do have two things for you to check out. You can reach out to us here at Linnworks if you have any questions. And then again, if you want to check out any of our resources that we did post about the beauty trends, please check out that QR code there as well.
Thank you so much, Mady. I loved everything you had to say, especially just how you honed in on automation. I think that's been kind of a trend throughout all of our presentations so far, and just really important to be able to get time back in your day and focus on other things while, fulfillment and inventory is taken care of. So thank you so much. If you guys have any questions for Mady, feel free to throw them in the chat and she will get to you. And I want to welcome our last presenter. We have Ryan from Open Border. So Ryan, welcome to the stage. I will let you share your screen and make sure that is all set to go.
Awesome. Hey everybody, nice to meet you all. I'm Ryan. I'm the head of partnerships here at Open Border. And today we're going to talk a little bit about international growth and how we can help make sure you're capturing all the sales from all the folks who come on your website. So international growth is critical for brands today. It's not just a nice to have. It's an absolute requirement. And we see that beauty brands have a really unique opportunity to grow and expand very quickly through Amazon, through TikTok, and other avenues across. And if you don't have a partner who's helping you manage all of that, who's helping do all the duty and compliance work, the taxes, the split shipping, you're going to be in a lot of trouble pretty quickly here. So what we see for beauty brands, again, that unique position allows them to have 30 to 50% of their revenue come from international markets. And if your distribution doesn't look pretty similar to this for how much of your volume on Amazon is also being mimicked internationally, how much of your volume on TikTok that you're doing in the US is being mimicked internationally, definitely reach out to us. We can help you get that set up and working in a very, very similar fashion. We do this through a lot of different ways. So one of the things we can do is, starting on your website, we can help you customize your shipping profiles, make it very clean, very simple for depending on, what product, what size, what region. We'll have a transparent shipping costs, and it's very dynamic. So it applies on no matter what platform you are using. And then we're going to help you customize your cart. So we'll offer in the upsells for in region. What customers are buying in Canada, in December is very different than what the customers are buying in Australia in December. And so we're going to make sure that we're highlighting those and helping you get them to the customers as quickly as possible. We're going to help you do price testing, delivery promise. We have about 17 different ways that we can A/B test to help drive and find how we can get you the most for your money internationally, which is really exciting. So what we're going to do is we're going to optimize that funnel and make sure that you're always finding that balance between conversion rates and margin to make sure that you're getting the most from every single customer who comes onto your website and purchases something. So we're going to do this again through a variety of optimizations, shipping rates, products, customer loyalty perks. You can offer VIP shipping, faster shipping, discounted shipping for customers who are coming to over and over again, buying more and more to continue to strengthen that retention and that lifetime value, which is so key in beauty brands, is to get those customers in your door, get that second purchase. And then from there, you're really driving that high LTV on those customers. The other option that we can work with you on is being your importer of record. So it's very difficult to move your products, especially in the beauty space, across international lines. And what Open Border can do is we can be that importer of record. We do this all the time. We know how to get things through on compliance, how to help make sure that it moves very quickly, do everything under our VAT numbers. So you're able to offload all that back office, but get all the benefits of the growth. So we can treat this tax compliance really as a growth enablement versus just a cost center for you. And we help you focus and manage market by market. So we're able to help you drill down to see in what region are you being successful, in what country are you being successful, what SKUs are doing well where. We have a whole panel of insights that our team will work with you on, go over with you to help make sure that you are getting every dollar that you can, and then even duty drawbacks, so you can scale without firefighting. Again, lastly, we have some really awesome programs here at Open Border. If you're looking to grow and scale internationally on Amazon, on TikTok, these can be huge pains. If you're not focused on these on a daily basis, then you're leaving a lot on the table. In Open Borders internal services, we have dedicated people who will help manage your Amazon account and manage your TikTok account for you in across many countries on Amazon, in the UK, on TikTok, to help make sure, again, you're getting the most out of your brand. You already have customers coming to your website. You already have people searching for your product all over the world. And if you're not optimized to pick up on all that, you're just leaving money on the table. And that's where Open Border comes in to help you with that end-to-end solution, so nothing is left. And just a couple of quick examples of some brands that we've helped in this beauty space. Anastasia Beverly Hills, we saved them 52% on their international orders, and dermatology, we've helped them grow 6 times their international growth, boosting LTV, converting more traffic. We've done currency, we've done price testing, we've done a lot of different things to work directly with them and help them manage and grow their business internationally so they can get more and make it, a much larger portion of their business than they ever dreamed possible before joining Open Border. So I'll pause there or stop there for questions. If anyone has anything, drop it in the chat, and we're happy to help.
Thanks so much, Ryan. That was great. I totally agree. I think if brands are not, looking at expanding both sales channel wise, but also location wise internationally, they're definitely leaving money and opportunity on the table. So thanks so much. If you guys have any questions for Ryan, feel free to throw them in the chat or reach out to him after the presentation. This will be recorded and sent to everyone that's registered. And thanks again for joining us and for all of our lovely panelists. Have a great day, everyone, and good luck this Black Friday, Cyber Monday.